Hi, I'm Jeremy, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. Naaman was ready for a big, impressive miracle. He was an important man, a mighty man of valor, the commander of the army of the king of Syria. But he was also a leper. He traveled to Israel because he'd heard that there was a prophet who could heal him of his leprosy, and he came loaded down with expensive gifts to pay for the service, a small fortune in gold and silver and cloth. So he shows up at the house of Elisha the prophet, and he shows up in style. He's got a chariot, he's got horses, he's got servants, he's got his little caravan of riches. And Elisha doesn't even come out of the house. He sends one of his servants out to tell Naaman to go down to the Jordan River and wash 7 times, and his leprosy will be gone. Not the VIP welcome that Naaman was expecting, which brings us to our passage for today. 2 Kings chapter 5, verses 11 through 12. But Naaman became furious and went away and said, "Indeed, I said to myself, he will surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God and wave his hand over the place and heal the leprosy. Are not the Abanah and the Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Could I not wash in them and be clean?" So he turned and went away in a rage. And just reading the verse, you can practically hear his frustration seeping through. Are you kidding me? I came all the way down here with all these riches, and this guy has the gall to send his servant to tell me to take a stupid little bath in this stupid little river of this stupid little town. We have rivers back home, bigger rivers, better rivers. Why am I wasting my time on this hack? The story could have ended right there. Naaman could have stormed off back to Syria and carried his leprosy with him the rest of his life. And it looks like that's what he's about to do, until his servants speak up. In verse 13, they say, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do something great, would you not have done it? How much more then when he says to you, 'Wash and be clean'?" Naaman listens. He goes to the Jordan. He washes 7 times, and God takes away his leprosy. He is clean, maybe for the first time in a long time. And he almost missed out. He almost let his pride and his sense of self get in the way of an incredible miracle God was prepared to do for him. He almost decided that someone of his rank and his influence deserved a bigger spectacle, a showy performance from God's prophet, not a message from the prophet's servant. What kind of response do you deserve from God? Because, look, most of us are never going to have the kind of prestige and position that Naaman had. But we can still make the same mistake that he almost made. We can still decide that we deserve a certain kind of response from God or from the people he's working through in our lives. And when we feel snubbed or underwhelmed by what God asks us to do, like we're entitled to something fancier or more impressive, we might find ourselves walking away from blessings or even miracles. The Jordan was not the most impressive river Naaman had ever seen. Elisha's servant didn't come with all the pomp and circumstance Naaman expected to receive. But bathing in the Abanah or the Pharpar wouldn't have taken away Naaman's leprosy. And a big impressive show wouldn't have taken away Naaman's leprosy. What took away Naaman's leprosy was the act of humbling himself and doing what God had told him to do. It's in our best interest to do the same.
Verse by Verse is a Life, Hope, and Truth podcast. Check out the show notes to find more free content, like videos, articles, and booklets in our Learning Center.